Welcome, wonderful, beautiful Libras and Aquarius watchers who love you. I'm Sunny, and this is a general collective read. Happy Sunday to you. This may not resonate to all of you. I'm just happy you're here, and I'm praying that this read is helpful. If it happens to be, if you like the video, of course, subscribe. If you choose to, comment below, I'll respond. If you're interested in reads done with the standard oracle and tarot that you can buy online or in stores, I have a channel in the description below that I intend to be able to upload very soon. But currently I'm on this channel here. It's no coincidence. I'm going to use this channel in itself to use strictly the tools that I made. Hopefully it's helpful. Again, the message, as long as it's clear, I believe is meant for you. It's not, let it go for fellow collective. Alrighties, so I'm gonna pull from this feed. Keep showing this first love coming up in your energy. Could be a water sign. And I feel even with this person here, you made a sacrifice, even though for some of you, it felt like it should have been treated as something not as deep. Yeah, it just was about appearances for some. I don't know. We're going to see what's coming through. Because, you know, I feel like somebody's energy was more or less caring about what people, how people see them instead of how they truly feel. Oh, see, somebody's married or was married. Let's see, Hierophant and the Devil. Judgment too. See a Pisces energy as well. Mr. Feezy. I don't know who keep coming up as somebody. This is for a selective few, and it may be just one in particular. But it shows somebody who, in the end, really wanted a little bit of everything. You know, as much as you felt like home, or this person felt that way, it's just overdone, finito. And I see some of you more focused on yourself because the lies this person told. I think some of you tried to see it through because you really felt a strong, drawn, and it could be them feeling that way to you, but it just felt like somebody was just so intense and feeling this person, but they also felt like their hold in itself was not healthy. Like it was going to lead to terrible things, and with that may require a prescription, a bail bondsman, God forbid something, just things of that sort. Yeah, it looks like somebody really feel the need. As good as it feels, as sweet as you may feel in someone, or they may feel about you, and I really think that I'm just going to read from the Libra point of view, but as sweet as it may feel, it just looks like there's a bitterness because it's still a void that will never be filled, because it's something about this person. It's like they have something in them, they'll never feel content. It's like they go back and forth, or really want to be committed and then want to be totally for the streets. And that's confusing in itself. Very similar a little bit to Virgo too. Okay. And you know, for some, I really think that the intimacy wasn't really as good as, I mean, it was good. Let me not downplay it, but it just looks to me that it's more about the connection emotionally that made it, that heightened the intimacy. And some of you, you're looking at this person like, dad, was that the same for them, or just the fact that it was a good leg? Because it's a twin flame. It's a strong runner and chaser energy I see here. Super strong. But it just feels like it doesn't feel like it's aligned at this time. Yeah. And someone's feeling like, okay, if it's meant to be, I'll see you next lifetime. Because right now, it's like this couldn't be ways working out. It's like someone's looking as if, Libra, that you're ready to close out this cycle. See Aquarius here, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio. Okay, for Libra, please. Yeah. Again, for some of you, you're feeling this person is definitely for the streets because they don't know what they want, so they can't commit to nothing, to whatever they want, whatever they choose to do. Is still, it's so many places they're into that they can't possibly give you what you feel like you deserve, and it's more or less the fact they're trying to still convince you. I don't know, it seems like for some of you, you're quite annoyed. Or whoever's in this position here. Because it felt, somebody really felt they had to distance themselves with the love that they felt so strongly about. Like, there's Gemini energy here as well. Let's see for our wonderful, beautiful Libras, please. Libra, please. I see a Leo here as well. Okay. Yeah, heavy Leo. Pisces again. Scorpio, Aries. Taurus, Sagittarius. Alrighties, so I definitely see you coming to accountability to you seeing you're not giving the energy, the power to anybody, as far as even if you feel a way about how things was done. It's not saying like, oh, I was a victim in this situation. Good, bad, or indifferent, I see that you see it for what it is. As much as you wanted it to work, you see the action that they put in. And some of you is taking the steps you need to go in the direction of clarity and happiness. Baby steps. You're not expecting, because you know how you truly feel about this connection, but the shock in itself is something comes in. And even with Towers, again, I want to express, if you haven't heard it, it's not always bad. And I don't really think the Tower is bad, because it is, because I don't like surprises either. But sometimes the surprises are good. So I think this Tower is a good surprise, because the King of Pentacles is something abundant here. To where you don't know what, you don't know how, but you do feel that it is best for you to close this door, because there's nothing else you feel is substantial for you there anymore. It seems a place where you feel, I'm not going to say shame, but the way you feel forced to make a move away from this individual. As much as you love them and everything, it just feels like your independence and to stand strong on what you know and be in what you're rooted in will bring more coin. And it just feels like it's a better place for you to grow. It feels as if for some of you, you looked at what this happened in this past connection. And you really feel blessed that despite all the hasty Knight of Wands, Playboy energy that came your way, you were still able to be abundant in your Empress energy. Some of you may be pregnant, because I feel like that Tower could be a pregnancy too. But it just looks as if your growth from this clarity is so abundant here. And there's going to be some resistance I see from these other people and even this ex, because they don't like to, it doesn't always just end quietly. But I do see you're free from the burden of caring if that hasn't, it's like, that's not on you anymore. I'm going to clarify these major arcanas here and just tell you what else comes through for you, Libra. So for strength, okay, all right. Hold on, no, this goes here, up, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. Okay, I see you holding on to your investments here because people have been moving super shady. But what I do see is that the strength comes through the fact that you start to see what the past showed you. And I think you more or less moving better or with your options here. It's like you taking the lessons from the past and not staying in this energy of, again, like what went wrong instead of what went right. The things you got out of it in time. You know, because even it shows this clarity here is that this high priestess, some of you, your intuition kicked in even more. Yeah, some of you are totally enlightened how much growth you got from the things that you trust and believe. Like, you keeping quiet to how much you really know and see now. Because regardless of this connection that you still feel attached to, it is disappointing. And some of you are shocked to see how low they would go and immature they could be. So even with this accountability, I see you taking this wise decision. I see that this Emperor, and I did see the Emperor too. So I think it's more or less to take this position and focus on the ones that you love, your family, your children. Yeah, the ones that who didn't play a part in this mess here. Yeah, you put it into Scorpio energy. You realizing this change is necessary rather than carrying a burden. It's definitely like they wasn't carrying, whoever this was wasn't carrying their weight. Because again, they wasn't even sure. Oh, they was all over the place. All over the place. So they was given very little wherever they went. Okay. Alright. I want to see some transparency, Libra. Alrighty, Libra. Message for Libra, please. Most transparent message. I'm trying to see if this is for the middle to the end of March, please. Water. Could be a water sign again. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I definitely show there was something lacking in emotions. You know, in this connection here. You know, at some point it felt like it could be, but then it just turns to this place where it's like, no, impossible. And I think God, Most High, is destined and protected you, yeah, from that devil entity. Like, whatever that toxicity or hole, OMG, you could see it and smell it. And even if you're in the midst of it, you could get out of it, because it shows that the devil was in the transparency of something that's lying underneath. It wasn't even something that had that hole. It's something you're very much aware of. You're aware of this toxicity, this devil's Capricorn energy. And you're much aware that you're protected, and that's why you take accountability for what you do to keep your karmic wheel spinning on the right way for you. Alrighties. So I'm going to get the advice and outcome and call it a day. For our wonderful, beautiful Libras. Advice and outcome. Advice and outcome, please. Libra, please. You know, well, I'm telling you right now, Judgment came out again. Taurus energy, Strengths came out, Leo energy. A lot of resistance. I do see you feel the resistance and know it's coming through. Just from this, the fact that you're doing this for you. You feel it. Okay, but this King of Wands, I'm seeing an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I don't know, a shallow energy, wanted a victory with you, but was intimidated or fearful of the unknown of a dry season or things not being prosperous for or guaranteed win. Someone was looking towards you because of your confidence and excellence and your discernment, you know, with this sword energy, Libra. But the fact of the matter is, and even with this person looking, they was intimidated, and because they, again, somebody cared more about what people thought and seen and what they truly feel. Okay? Also here, I'm Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus again. Yeah. So, okay, what's showing here as far as advice and outcome is somebody has a self-sabotaging energy when it comes down to a storm. The fact that you, for some of you, it looked like you like this superhero in the process of things go left. And even with this person, they just feel like they can't keep up. So they move a certain way that's deceptive. They lie. And it just showed the strength and resilience for you just to see, okay, you know why they doing what they do. But you also see that in that Tinkerbell energy that you can't make them believe and see the things you do. You're like, yeah, when they was down for you, you was down for them. But now it's more or less like, I can't do it for the both of us. It's this fact that you see somebody cutting it, doing what's best for them because there's too much people switching sides and acting up. And so some of you feel this need to walk away. Because karmically, you see in a connection, it doesn't supposed to be this much deception, lies, and it just feels like that's not what you was bringing to the table. And your crown chakra is on to let you know that this person is playing both sides of the fence, or just, you know, at one point for them to be loving you, they still is judging you at the same time. And I see this Queen of Wands energy coming through for you, like, oh, now you see why. Yeah. You see why. And that's the growth, see, and that's why you're starting to just completely mind the business that pays you and move in a way that's better for you. And I see, OMG, the fated mate comes through. The fated one. And it seems that it may be difficult because of this past toxicity that's still lingering around. You know? Okay. One more thing I'm going to see is just real quick is clarifying these major arcanas here. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, even with this person here, I'm not doubting that they cared about you, but their capabilities and what they're able to do is past what you could even wait for them to catch up to you. It's like, this is where they are in their life. This is where you are. And to stop what you're doing and see what they're doing is not what you were supposed to do. It's more or less seeing this. As much as you love them, it's showing its best to keep it pushing. Yeah, because you know as much as you love them, it's a possibility that you may repeat the past. And you're not trying to do that. Your future depends on it. You're taking on new perspectives in life, and you realize any effort you make towards this person and what they do, you know they'll try to take advantage of you. And I was saying that all from the cards that I was seeing here. Alrighties, yeah, so I see you taking this position and bring it to an end with this Emperor energy, strategically seeing what's best for you to do. Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio. Yeah, that's what I see. I'm gonna get a last oracle and hope this message is helpful. Let's see. Major thing you see and know in this love, OMG, and connect. So it's definitely showing, despite all of this, the major thing that you know, even strategically, you're working on the logistics of, the monetary things. But even with the Emperor being the King of things, he still has the King of Wands and the King of Cups. And yeah, the focus is definitely on some love that's fair, that connect to elevation here. It's not about this type of love that supposed to be just one-sided, off-kilt. Your Libra scales is not having it. Alrighties? That's what I see for this read. I hope it was helpful to you. Much love and light. Stay blessed.